Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 29th session of Storms over Cerenar. I'm sorry I'm laughing, we've just been talking about how I'm going to give everybody malaria today because we are venturing into another jungle episode. And then the talk landed on gin and tonic and the origins of this. Regardless, we have a packed show for you today. It's going to be super interesting, and I have, as always, my wonderful ding-dongs with me here today. Hello, ding-dongs!
Hello, ding dong.
Hello.
Before I will venture out into a recap of our last session, I would like to give everybody a chance to introduce themselves. So please, Alex, give it away.
Hello, I'm indeed Alex. I play Alce, the Hexblade Warlock / archaeologist. I will not be getting malaria. Nah, yeah, with my roles, I will definitely be getting malaria. I don't know who I'm kidding. But yeah, no, I'm probably gonna die. So there we go.
Should have gotten your vaccinations before went into the jungle, Alex.
That would be about right if I managed to somehow avoid dying so far fully, and then I just die of a preventable disease. That'd be typical. There we go.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Anton. You're up next.
Yes, hello, I am Anton, and I am playing the grumpy and alcoholic dwarf token. So if alcohol helps against malaria, I should be fine, but we'll see how it goes.
Very child-friendly. I love it. Jonas, please.
Hey guys, I'm Jonas. I'm playing Bjørn, the barbarian from the north. Bjørn and malaria walks hand in hand. I think he thinks it's something you drink. So.
Beautiful. Leon, please.
Hello from Germany. I'm Leon the Bard, playing the Bard Fierce. Currently, I'm perfectly one with the jungle as a giant disguised yellow bird.
Yeah, yes, that's right. And I'm happy that you introduced yourselves as Leon the Bard, so I'm expecting you to go in and update your LinkedIn profile right away, Leon. Next up, a fellow producer of Epic Boon from the frozen north of Canada itself, rocking a Vox Machina hoodie. Tanner, welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome. I play Nongle. I am a nomad or a like rock tinker gnome. Yeah, and I have a huge bag of potpourri and another bag of pot to help me get through the jungle because, yeah, why not?
I usually say at the start of every of our sessions here, I want to remind everybody that Storms with Cerenar is a rowdy and sometimes dark role-playing campaign for adults. Sometimes we mention things like weed and alcohol and other much worse things every once in a while. So, death, for instance. We try to do it in a respectful and empathetic way, but needless to say, audience discretion is advised. And after laughing too much at malaria, let's get into our recap. I'm going to set the scene here as we find our heroes within the depths of the wilds of Kangundi. And here, they are venturing out to find an archaeologist friend with two companions that they have talked about. Last time, our heroes spent a bunch of time figuring out where to go and trying to buy rations and mounts and all these kind of things for the trip into the jungle itself. And they did. They have been venturing a couple of days, and they have encountered a big dangerous bird. The only one getting out unscathed of this encounter, of course, Theus, as he was wearing the uniform of the enemy, so to speak. And now, as we all can imagine, kind of the buzz of insects and the sounds of all kinds of flora and fauna and like distant screeches of lizards and other creatures, we find our heroes. Where did we leave off last time, guys? Where were you guys?
We were the other side of the canyon / sort of crevasse after fighting the large bird. I think that's where we ended, right?
I think
we carried on past there.
I think we took a long rest that wasn't a long rest because it doesn't work out here in the mansion.
True.
That is correct.
Because I remember rolling hit dice, I think, at the end of the session.
Did I roll hit dice? I can't remember if I did. I'll sort that. That's fine.
Or maybe it was just one. I think we might have been allowed to roll 1 hit dice to represent something.
Yeah, I think we took a breather. I don't think we took a rest at the end of this.
Right now, I can't get the music to work in Discord, so I'm going to put on some music in Foundry. So you might want to turn that down.
Shout out to YouTube for ruining everybody's music in D&D on Discord. But there we go.
Is that what
There you
happened?
go.
Drop that in. Well, they've closed everything else down, haven't they? In terms of the.
At least GitHub, from what I've heard.
Yeah, I don't
Depends
think
on
we
what you're
actually-
using.
Pardon?
Depends on what we are using for music board. I think like Jade music board still works. At least.
We just had music, and now I don't know why I stopped it to change the track. But yeah, of course, this is how it goes sometimes. No, never mind then. I'll try to figure this out as we go along. You've just survived an encounter with a rather large and angry firebird, and you have gotten onto the other side of this crevasse in the ground. And our heroes find yourself there, a bit worse for wear, probably. Yeah, what are you guys? Did you camp? I think you did, didn't you?
Yeah, we set up a mansion that didn't work very well. We
Yeah.
tried to long rest and it didn't work. We were only able to get a short rest. We weren't able to recover any resources.
Or was that before or after?
I think
That was before the bird. If I
was it
remember
after the
rightly.
bird we found those rails that were kind of going up and down.
That was before.
That was before the bird.
All right. So you're all inside of this mansion. Everything is kind of still buzzing with flies and insects and all kinds of vile, warm, and horrible jungle stuff. Alex, how is Oust waking up?
Sweaty. Probably with a lot of monkey noises because he completely forgot in the last fight that he's got a monkey with him now, and I forgot it as well. Yeah, just sort of sweaty. There's kind of it's that kind of feeling when you'll wake up after a morning of just normal camping where nothing feels clean, but probably fairly early.
All right. So you wake up. What about Torgen?
We are in the mansion, is that it?
Yes.
I think Torgen would spend most of the night previously floating around in the pool in the mansion, and probably would have fallen asleep in one of the pool toys and kind of just wake up, back aching, not looking too good in the morning, and somehow with the marks and the bug bites all over, and kind of just trying his best to shoo off all the strange anthropomorphic animals in this weird plane. And trying
Oh no! Like at this point, I've replaced all of the animal mascots with Muppets.
even more of a reason to shoot them away. But yes, Torgen would be getting ready to head out again.
For copyright purposes, we definitely just been puppets, though.
Yeah, puppets.
Oh, yeah,
puppets.
that's right.
Puppets.
Puppets, not the man. Okay, then I leave the park. Like as soon as we leave the mansion, I say, I leave the park to you, Olmo.
Okay,
guess it's
that's fine.
much-
I'm always ticklish. And as you gather up in front of this like the door to the outsides, what about Nongel and Bjorn? How are they doing?
Noggle is he's got Kevin, his invisible servant, just fanning him down with a large like palm frond from one of the trees or something. And Nibbles is finding some very strange rocks here that he's collecting and putting into the bag of holding. Noggle's just hot, upset, and keeping his eyes out just in case there's forest gnomes anywhere. His biggest fear.
Bjørn is looking at the ground, hunched over. He found a small stick, and he's drawing pigs and hogs in the ground. Very sad.
All right. As you're drawing these hogs in the ground, you kind of gathered up. what are you guys talking about? Are you planning out your next drive? Tell me what happens.
Yes, did you purposefully make this place as dreadful as possible? I thought it was supposed to be a restful place while staying out of this bloody jungle.
I mean, I'm feeling it to the mood. I mean, it's very restful. Like I feel that place, like at least I feel fully at home there.
Did you intentionally put all these bloody bugs out here then, or was that from outside? I enjoyed it more the first time around. I'm honestly not so sure this entire jungle trip was the best idea.
I mean, it's for the good of one of our party members, so I would say like I still have no idea. Like just between us, I have no idea really what we're essentially dealing with. Like we are like among our group, we usually have a don't ask, don't tell attitude. Like nobody is asking why like ours is always dusty with the screen things. Because like nobody else is asking why we are like we all have our own problems. Like this group has problems. Really, like we all have some problems. You might like think that you are not well adjusted, but I would say you are the most well adjusted among our group.
That's pretty damn disturbing to think about.
No, it's like quite like I think should be common for you, like being the most sane member here. Anyways,
I can't tell if you're taking jabs at it or not right now. Like, are you serious? Do you seriously think that?
I'm trying to integrate him into our group.
I think I lost my mind long ago, and I don't think this group is doing it any favors. Neither is this jungle, to be honest.
Oh, that's loud.
Shit, that's loud.
Jesus, who opened the door?
Oh my god, this jungle!
Oh my god, give me the bug repellent!
All right, there we go.
On Discord?
Yeah, it's like 100, holy shit.
I'm sorry, guys. All right.
It's like Torben walks up, opens the door to the outside, and just
Sorry, everybody out there for listening. Or
Sorry for listening? No, don't say that.
Sorry for subjecting you to that kind of shit there. That was a lot. All right.
Whoever said that go out in the quiet nature never heard this.
I just slowly close the door again, on second thoughts. Maybe we stay in there a little bit longer, alright?
Ladies for breakfast.
We should get a move on before it gets, we probably want to start resting in the middle of the day rather than at the end of the day. Reasonably speaking, it's cooler at night. So maybe we skip the zenith.
Wow, I'm getting some weird glitches off of Discord right now, off the camera. Oh no, it fixed itself. Weird. Okay.
How do we? Does anyone have a navigation proficiency? Navigator's tool.
I've got navigator's tools, but no proficiency, and I have cartographer's tools. But I have proficiency in that.
I can
go ahead and
I can gain proficiency in anything for like 10 minutes.
So maybe I give the nav tools to you for now. If you can use them with proficiency, it's probably better.
Yeah, I'll use my knowledge of the ages. So as an action, choose a skill or tool for 10 minutes. You have proficiency with the chosen skill or tool.
All right. So as a theurgy wizard, you can do this. So go ahead and roll a navigation intelligence. Navigator's tools intelligence.
So proficient intelligence checks. I'll just roll nature because that would be the same thing.
Sure.
All right. So 28.
Woo! You take these navigator's tools as you compare to the rough maps that Astos have been drawing.
As you hand them over, I'm like, yes, of course I know how to use these. Of course I do. And then channel my arcana, and then I'm like, this is how you use them.
Nuggle spends 10 minutes figuring that out. All right. You think right now you are on an eastern course, right? And if you continue to have basically good survival rolls or like navigation rolls, you will be able to get there within like maybe 40 or 50 miles from where you are right now. Straight east. And it seems like you're the next kind of place you're going to might be a more hilly area. And yeah, it doesn't look like that you've been lost this far. So yeah, that's the information I'm going to give you for now. So you're pretty sure about your rough position is where the chicken is here on the map, right?
Also, as we wake up and pretty much everyone except Theus is looking a little bit more beat up and worse for wear. I kind of look up and down Theus. Maybe that whole disguise thing was not the worst idea ever. Do you have more than one of those bird things, costumes lying around?
I mean, sadly, no. Like, I could make you some here, but it doesn't last outside of the mansion, sadly.
I just don't really want to run into another one of those birds or really any wildlife. It doesn't seem like a very safe place to travel.
I mean, I could, like, I have some, like, paint. Like, I could paint you, like, green.
If you need pigment, then I have an extraordinary amount of green powder.
No, like, I have painter supplies. Like, can I like, have a disguise kit and I have painter supplies? Can I, like, go full, like, what's it called? Tribute of Penance? Like, Hunger Games? Where he, like, makes these, like, what's it called? Like, the camouflage?
Yes, you can camouflage Torgen if you want to. The thing is with Torgen is he's pretty damn, like, smoky all the time, right?
Oh, no, like, then I can, like, dress him up as forest fire or something.
Sure.
I was imagining a lot more
like a burnt tree stump, like a burnt tree stump or something. Something that fits with the smoky atmosphere, like,
Ah, yes, a burnt tree stump that's sneaking through the underbrush. I like it.
Uncle, could you transform us into a jungle creature so we can traverse faster?
like a monkey.
I'm sorry.
Giant rainworm.
I'm sorry, you want me to transform into something?
Or
A
hawk, or something that moves quickly in the jungle.
I don't
Yes,
transform.
a giant hawk would actually be excellent.
I'm just a nomad. I don't transform into things.
And I
God
mean,
damn
like,
it!
like Tom, if you just want to feel safe.
Well, I could roll and see if I get my or no, I guess we haven't taken a long rest yet, so I wouldn't be able to roll for my I forgot ability.
Oh. I'm going to mask of many faces myself just to look more green and drab overall. Just kind of, I'm not a particularly like flashy coloured, coloration in terms of what I'm wearing anyway. But I'm just making myself look more kind of dull, neutral tones that might blend more into the undergrowth, including like just sort of dirtying up my skin, sort of commando mode.
You're all doing your best to kind of meld in and be part of the undergrowth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how
You
I'm
have to
supposed
roll,
to.
like-
I'm going to be
yeah.
riding on a chicken, so I'm
I'm going to say
giant
I'm going to say that yeah, you can roll, but I'll say disguises really depend on what kind of things you're meeting. Like a humanoid might be able to interpret something someone is wearing, whereas a predator will largely gauge you out of like in like size and smell, right?
So we need to roll around in the muds and grime outside, is what you're telling me.
Yeah. I would say that would be like, so I'll say a disguise is more like something you fool an intelligent creature with, right?
Yeah, but like, can we roll, like, if he's at least looking like a tree and rolls in the mud, so the smell and like the
Yeah, sure.
I don't know.
I mean, I was going to say...
better.
I'll say, Theus, you roll a disguise kit, and Torgen, you roll a survival check. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, maybe I can give a little bit of advice on the actual, like, animal part of it, like, how this would actually realistically help.
I will say before we're doing all of this as well, I will hand out the insect repellent to everybody and make sure that everybody puts it on.
Of course.
Because I don't know if you folks know, but malaria is very dangerous. And I don't think we picked up any gin, so...
You know
Some
what?
good rolls.
I don't know.
Torgen rolls-
Is Torgen making some grog or something? Or some clam nog?
Clam nog, yes.
Clam nog.
Yes.
Clamlock's probably going to be more of a what's the word? The opposite to a repellent. A lure, to be honest.
Yeah. So what happens here? Torben, you get a 10 on your survival roll, and you get an 8 on your disguise kit roll.
I found a piece of that looks like hawk shit. Just roll inside of it. I'm sure it will work. Like a pile of like like wild hawks, shit, like pile of shit there. Just roll inside of it. I'm sure it will work.
This doesn't smell right, but you're the expert.
I don't need to narrate any more than that. All right, perfect. That happens, and I guess you guys set off in the eastward direction. So, as we established last time, we have a couple of roles as you're traversing, like basically hex crawling right now. Right? So,
Quick question: Did the rest count as a short rest? Can we roll hit dice?
yeah, you did that at the end of our last session.
Yeah, we rolled one hit dice. Yeah.
Yeah, I was the only one that forgot to, so I did mine.
Was it only one we could roll then?
Only
Not
one.
multiple?
Yeah. One hit die. That's what we got.
Oh no, because we just established that after that fight, you basically locked up in the mansion. I'll say that you can actually, yeah, you can take a short rest if you want to, as a part of like between sessions, basically.
All right, I'll just roll a few more hit dice then.
So we have a couple of roles as you're like scouting in the wild. You have a navigator where you have to use either navigator's tools or survival to find your way and not get lost, basically. So one person can do that, and another person can help them. Then you have a like someone who stays like someone who keeps watch. So basically someone who scouts ahead and acts as the eyes and the ears of the group. Then you can have someone who is who's doing basically foraging as you're walking. So right now you're not low on food, but if you wanted to gather food or otherwise, you can do that. And if you want to do something else as part of your travel, right, you can also tell me that. So you're allowed to be creative here as well. But these three roles are basically like are the fundamentals for this exploration kind of phase we're in right now. So let me know how you guys want to.
Yeah, Nibbles and I will be
distribute
doing nature checks to see if there's anything that might be dangerous, any kind of like dangerous like flora or whatever the case is, looking for any kind of traps or whatnot.
All right. So you're going to I'll say like scouting, but kind of with the knowledge of nature instead of kind of just keeping an eye on.
Yeah, scouting the ground
shadows
instead of scouting
yeah.
ahead. You know. Yeah.
All right. So you go ahead and give me a nature roll. All right. What about who's going to be the navigator? I guess that is either navigator's tools or survival here.
I already
I
made the
can do-
navigator's tools check, but I only had it for 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, so did that
So
take up that?
yeah, I won't do the nature then. I'll just use that first roll for navigation then.
But you're traveling over a couple of hours, so that would not work.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so I'll just stick to the nature then. Sorry.
Sure. No worries. Robin.
Yeah, I think unless Bjorn had something specific he wanted to do, I would definitely wave him up in the front to help clear a bit of a path through the jungle and then take the leads with navigating with survival.
I hate this jungle. It's worse than the desert. It's even worse than hell. And I've been there.
I don't know about that last statement, but it's pretty bad.
No goddamn hawks.
So Bjorn, you're helping Torgen with his survival role. Is that what I'm hearing here? All right. So that is Aust and Theus.
So I plan on still essentially keeping note with my cartographer's tools where we're going, sort of highlighting anything of interest. Basically, just making sure that we have a route back home that we know is well travelled.
That is, yeah. So basically, that will give you advantage on if you want to backtrack, basically, or increase your traveling speed. Cool. So go ahead, give me a cartography tools check. And Theus, what are you doing? Or Mr. Bird, I presume.
Okay.
I cannot really. Don't think I have any skill that can currently help. Oh yeah, people also have 19 temporary hit points. Forgot about that because we had a short rest.
Yeah, so you do the inspiring speech, which is basically spearing Torgen and shit.
Do you have a song for us?
I feel so inspired.
Leon, do you have a
I
song
have
for us?
some songs, but I will come back to that because I have some songs, but I have to now that I have this. Now we have new information that I want to integrate them into the.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm sad, but I'll live.
Beautiful. And but I'll still say, Theus, that we still need someone to keep watch. So if you have perception, you can do that.
Okay.
All right. And I will going to need a nature check from Nongo as well.
Nature check coming up. 30.
All right. Pretty good. Pretty good. I would say pretty good rolls all around. All right, as you set out, like the ground and like the environment here is definitely affected by the crevasse you just kind of encountered. So you have a lot of broken kind of ground, and it gets more hilly as you continue on the day. But you're making good time. You have to slap a bunch of mosquitoes, and like the insect repellent does something, but it's definitely meant for less hostile environments than the wilds of Kangundi. There's a bunch of interesting flora and fauna around here, and I'm going to say that I'm going to ask you, Nongol, to roll 2d12, and I'm going to give you advantage in the location roll that you're making, like what you encounter here. So you roll
Right. So 12 and 14. So a 12.
a 12 and 4.
12, 4. 12 and 4. 4. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to give you like a very vague descriptor.
You said advantage, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be a 12, right?
Yeah, well, it's more like you can choose between two, and I'm going to give you a vague descriptor of what the 12 is and a vague descriptor of what the 4 is, and you choose basically.
Okay. Oh, perfect. Good. I like choices.
So there's a place that is magical would be a weird way to say it because it's just like super mutated nature, but which might have some interesting things. And there is a valley which might make one or more of you very, very happy.
God, Magic or Happy Valley? Possibly Magic or Happy Valley. Fuck it.
Is this very happy from Nongol's perspective? Oh, like, are we going to go into this valley and there's a bloody water park down there, or is it?
That was a DM very happy. So
Okay.
you interpret that as you want, all right?
I'm gonna go to the valley.
All right.
I couldn't make a decision, so I let the dice fall where they lie.
You are going like you're traveling for a few hours, and like it gets increasingly hilly, almost like mountainous as you could just conclude that you are walking up a slope, but there's still so much growth and so many trees that it's hard to actually see much further ahead than a few hundred feet at most, right? Mm-hmm. As the morning kind of ends, the sun begins to be at its zenith, and it gets unbearably hot. All the insects are out, but at this point of the day, most of the animals here usually is pretty dormant. And then you begin to Bjorn, as you're actually in the lead with Torgen, as you reach the crest of one of the hills. And you begin to smell a very peculiar smell. Go ahead, both of you, and give me a perception roll.
No, I assure you, Bjorn, the smell is supposed to help. He has told me it helps, all right? I'm going to trust his judgment.
Bjorn, you've never smelled this. This is like a pungent, like almost spicy smell, right? And you, Torgen, you immediately get a flashback to one of the nights in the hold where you had all these imported foods, and you would eat all kinds of meats and bread seasoned with different things. And one of the most prized kind of foodstuffs that you had was Kaelora truffles, and you smell something that is exactly like that.
Oh, he misses his pigs and turns into one.
And then and then you begin to hear like the unmistakable sound of just a bunch of pigs down in a valley.
Bjorn.
Oh, this is where hog shit came from.
I kind of just put a hand. I tried to reach Bjorn's shoulder, put a hand on him. I think we found what we've been looking for. At the very least, one of the things we've been looking for.
Then, like, as you like, Bjorn, I'll say that you like you clear like a bunch of vines, and then like there's just a beautiful valley, like a few streams and like a small waterfall, and you see a bunch of happy pigs digging around, and like there's like a mud plain, and then there's like a bunch of big trees, and they're like digging around the roots of these trees, definitely eating these truffles. Talking informs you, which is buried beneath the ground here.
Björn turns around towards Torgen and the biggest smile. Like bliss. Odin is great. Nature provides.
You know, maybe this jungle isn't so bad after all.
Yeah, see one pig.
So how big are these pigs? Like just normal size?
Have you ever seen like a wild pig, a wild hog?
I mean, they get pretty big.
Yeah, I'll call them a large creature for sure.
I mean, you can like crash a car into that, and
Yeah.
after that, the pig stands up and the car is damaged. This is like how like big some of them get.
It's like a
Yeah.
moose, eh?
Some of them
Yeah,
are very
like-
big.
I think that Noah might have lied to us when he said that the pigs can't be used in the jungle. This might be worth at least stopping. And I guess we
Okay.
kind of wave everyone else forwards as we're in the front.
Okay. This is our moment, guys. This is it. Could someone magic these pigs into mounts? Please. I don't know.
You ask
What
a
it'll
lot of
take.
spellcasters, don't you?
I promise I will carve
Wind just
Carve
blew
your
my window
runes.
open. All right, 1 second.
into the great temple in the snow, in the forest of forever snow. Please turn these pigs into mounts.
I mean, we have saddles, right? We bought saddles before we learned that there were no pigs to be bought in the city.
I thought we just bought the one saddle.
Nongo will look to Bjorn. I don't think there's anything I can do to make these pigs more, well, mountable, as you say it.
Close. You can almost taste it.
I
But
mean,
you
I
know
will-
that
I
that
feel
one of
bad
these
now. I don't
truffles
have
will
any
sell
spells
for at
prepared
least
for this
20
kind of stuff.
gold pieces for a small truffle.
Oh wow.
You know, I think the pigs are still the #1 priority, but I will say the truffles themselves are also quite nice. I mean, I think it's worth the trouble to stop.
worth the truffle.
Yes, yes,
um,
I'm in pain.
I
think
could,
at least
I
we should
could,
give it a go.
if we don't have extra saddles, I could create them. But these are wild pigs. How are we supposed to tame them?
Also, I feel like it is worth stating that if all of us ride on pigs through a quite large untamed jungle, we are essentially a walking buffet. I mean, I don't need to remind all of you. Pigs, very tasty.
If
More
worse
tasty
comes to
than-
worse, we can always just ditch the pigs and they'll make for an excellent distraction.
Well, true. How about this? You can all confer against yourself. I'm much more interested in the truffles. So, excuse me.
Are you alright, or you are?
Yeah. Just wind just blew my my window open, and it's like it turns like this, so it just knocked over my screen basically.
might actually just want to drag my setup away. Just keep on talking, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay, so who could help me tame pigs? Please.
I am on board for the pigs. I will do everything in my power to help with this.
The best I got is I could do 10 minutes of it, but I don't know if I want to use that resource right now. And I don't think 10 minutes is going to be enough to train them.
10 minutes of what, exactly?
I could take proficiency in animal handling, but just for 10 minutes. We could just say, fuck it, and just have Bjorn go down there, wrangle some pigs, and start riding them and see what happens. You have my support, Bjorn, if you want to do this.
Who's good at handling animals?
I mean, I can actually speak to them if I have to. But,
Okay, I will also
Speak to animals.
Oh man, Torgen, I will. If you go down, I will also inspire you, and this will be added to the inspiration to the inspired leader because I changed that song now, and I will sing to Torgen and say, "Spent a long wait, sorry, my chord.
Alright.
Spent a long rest. We need more rest with you. We waited weekends waiting for this session, ooh. We spent our D&D night making roads right between us. But now it's all good, Torgen. Rolling that hawk shit, Torgen. And listen close. Cause dwarves like you listen to bards like me till the smell of shit comes through. I need a dwarf like you, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need a dwarf like you.
This is very beautiful. I'm going to give you inspiration for that as well, Theus. That was beautiful and dumb. Yeah,
I feel so inspired. I just wish the smell was a little bit more manageable, but I feel so inspired.
Seriously, my chord just goes so down on my voice. I just
Oh, no worries.
I think with this inspiration, I'll also put a hand on Bjorn and say, well, let's at least give it a go, shall we? And
Yes,
I'm gonna
yes.
also cast this.
I don't know. Do we talk to like the mother pig, or do we take a sick one who needs attention, or like what's the strategy? Do we oh, that's a big one. That one over there. Oh, but that one got truffles. I don't know. So many good choices.
I think we might at least need a big one for you at the very least, but I don't know if there is a hierarchy in a pig herd. I don't know how that works. Is there actually any of the pigs that kind of... Is there a pig that stands out, you know, as like leader of the herd or anything like that?
The alpha pig? Oh no. Why do I currently think about Alf? Like, because of this pig snout, alpha pig.
All right, a quick DM Google. There's around there's like 8 or 12 pigs, 3 adult female pigs, and then a bunch of young ones. You see. You don't see any male pigs around here, so no hogs, I guess.
Oh.
And I assume, realistically
Scanning for hogs.
it's only the adult ones that could possibly carry someone like Bjorn, I assume.
Yeah, and then you see 3 sows, right? So,
you know, I think let's just give it a go and see if we can manage to wrangle one. You might have to do it a little bit more brute force, but we'll see what we can do. And
I have an idea for your talk. It could be like, oh, great mothers, we come before you to ride through the jungle fast. To get out of this hellhole, we'll promise you glory. You could be war pigs. That's a song. Or yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I'm not a great talker.
No. I mean, I didn't really think that a random pig in the middle of a jungle would care for glory, but. Maybe I'm out of touch. We'll see how it goes.
As you're walking down the slope in order to talk to these farm animals, but wild animals, when you reflect upon how your life has changed since you got out of hell a few days ago, what is going through Torgin's head as he's preparing to cast this spell?
I mean, the last few days have definitely been a case of almost imagining, like, is this a fever dream, or am I actually out of hell, especially after waking up in this miserable jungle? And I think right now his mind is just still in a little bit of shock, but he's kind of just happy about a change of pace, and he's happy that he hasn't been put in, complete life or death scenarios yet since getting out of hell. I mean, as shitty as the jungle is, it's a nice change of pace from what he's used to. So I think he is hopeful more than anything.
All right. Well, go ahead and do your things then.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way down, and I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
All right.
Here we go. Roar's famous pig accent.
Okay, no wild magic. That would have been slightly awkward. But I don't know if everyone is coming along, but I'll definitely, make sure that Bjorn tags along so he can actually try to rank.
Björn is hiding behind the dwarf like a child hiding behind his mother, like very curious, but a bit too afraid to approach himself.
I like the idea it's just you and Torgen that go down there and your wild magic surge kicks off and suddenly there's a fireball and then we can just smell barbecue from a distance.
Oh, yeah, but go ahead and increase your threshold, by the way.
Yeah, I just did.
All right, so you are at a solid 6 now, which is,
It's climbing. It's climbing. But yeah, I'll kind of make my way down, like hands in the air, try to not appear too threatening, but slowly start to walk closer to the pigs.
As you go closer and you cast the spell, you begin like the grunts of the pigs kind of transform into speech. Oh yes, there's some lovely filth over here. Oh yes, come child, come. I see a truffle here. Oh yes. Oh, they stop. Oh no, monsters, very good. Oh yes, eat. It's very nice. Eat. I'm very hungry. No, my food, not your food. What do you do?
Can I just try to like pick up a few of the truffles as we're like getting closer to the pigs?
Usually they will be underground, but I think as you get close enough, like they'll notice you and they'll be like, "Oh, what is that? Oh, is that a monster? Oh, children, get behind me, children!" The small pigs kind of rally behind the mother pig.
I'm kind of still holding my hands in the air, kind of like probably. Reaching down a bit in the muds to try and find any truffles. Not sure if I find any immediately, but I was trying to talk out. Kind of, glancing back and forth between the pigs and Bjorn, trying to remember what he said. Yes.
Just first of all, just give me an animal handling with advantage because you have been that, just to see like the initial kind of signals you're non-verbally doing, how they work for you.
So 18.
I'll say that's perfectly fine for like a challenge rating 1/8 monster. So go ahead and describe to me what you want to do then. I say like they're guidedly looking at you.
Yeah, so kind of still looking back and forth a little bit unsure between Bjorn and the pig. Yes, great mother of pigs and great hawks of the jungle. We come in search of, and I kind of stop for a second, more food and glory in the jungle ahead, and we have come here to liberate you and find more prosperity for pig kind. We come here as saviors.
A lot of fancy words for a two-leg. What does liberate mean?
Oh, right. Bjorn, I think the speech might have been... No, okay, change of plans. We come here to help you find more foods. More...
Oh, lovely. We have a bunch of food here.
But
there's enough for everyone, two-leg.
We ask for a deal. We help you find more food, and you help us get deeper into the jungle. We two legs are very resourceful.
Oh no, we're in an anarcho-socialist commune of pigs here. So, you see, we don't use deals. We all do what's best for the kind of the social group we're in.
Bjorn, I don't think they're buying.
You mentioned the glory.
Yes,
more pigs. It could still be a pig. It could be a thing.
I already said it twice. Look, there's more to life in the jungle than just foods. There's glory to be had. You must climb up. You must become more than you are. We can take you to that greatness.
One of the kid pigs like kind of puts both paws on its mother and says, "Mother, what does glory mean?" Yes, what is this glory you tell of?
Bjorn, what is glory? They don't understand.
Oh, it's the feeling you get when everyone looks at you in awe when you cut off a champion's head, or it could also be sometimes when you have intercourse with several women at the same time. Then it's a feeling. It could also be when a spray of blood is covering the sun and it sparkles in the air like diamonds. You can see Odin smile through it. It's wonderful.
I mean,
Bjorn, that is very unsettling. Go ahead and take inspiration for that weird definition of glory.
It was more hoary than glory, I think.
Yeah, that's a lot of that's quite the image you're painting there. But they're pigs. I'm not sure if they really go. I think no, I think most of that doesn't really apply.
Did they talk about me?
No, I don't think they recognize you. They're just calling us two legs. They don't seem very impressed.
Who is the two-leg behind you? The one wearing the smell of a predator?
This great one is the liberator of all pig kind. He comes bearing. They don't understand big words, Bjorn. They come here. He comes here to bring opportunity. He will liberate you, and that means free. That means not to be scared of other predators. He will be the protector of your kind.
Go ahead and give me. I'm going to give me the animal handling check. The main one here. All right.
All right. 19.
And then you have your inspiration as well if you want to use that.
All right. I was inspired. What is that? A D10 or what is it?
Yep.
So 28.
You get a fucking 28 on convincing pigs to be your companions. Okay, that's cool. That's really cool. All right.
Should I seal the deal with the clam knock? Do you think they would like that going? How does this work?
If a blood pack doesn't work, clam knock, anything.
Pigs
Right.
eat everything.
Right. I'll kind of, in the words of Thea's echoing in my mind.
Pigs eat everything.
I'll kind of put down a bit of the clam knock, like in between us, as an offering. Yes, we come bringing much change in a good way. Right, Bjorn, right? Glory.
Yeah, glory. That I understand.
Oh, you will protect us from the vicious monsters in the forest? That's nice. We would. Yes, we can use this. Our husband died defending us from a monster. Now we are only us, three princesses and our offspring.
Bjorn, I think I see the problem. The father hog is out of the picture. I think this might be your chance to step up and not replace, but protect. You can protect the herds, and we can possibly use these. Yes, we will protect you. We will protect you, but we are gonna need some perhaps travel in return. We're planning to make our way through this jungle, and we will keep you safe.
Oh, go ahead and give me another animal handling check just to see if you can persuade them to leave the relative safety of the canyon.
Good grief. I'm gonna use a sorcery point to reroll.
All right.
Oh god, I don't actually know if I have to take the worst one. Let me just double check. Oh, I must use the new roll, so that's a 9.
That is very nice of you, but no, we will stay here in our homes. We love it here. There's a lot of lovely filth. But if you want to stay, you're more than welcome. Children, say hello to our new friends. And all the piglets kind of swarm you and Bjorn. They say hello to you and ask you a bunch of questions like kids do, right? Mars says, so when we're staying here every other day, the role of like an executive pig goes over to like it changes hands. So if you want to stay here, you will of course have to kind of take part in the in the ruling of our small like social group here, of course. So you see one of the pigs is wearing like it looks like a small necklace. So today it's me. I'm the executive officer of these 2 days, and then we'll have a vote on who has to be the next one. Can we offer you any food or water? We have some lovely filth as well. I see you enjoy filth quite a lot. I see, like we do.
Bjorn, I don't think it's working, Bjorn. Bjorn is not working.
Basically, just to reiterate, what Torgen gets is like these pigs are like will help you and will host you here, right? They're fine with you being here, and like they consider you allies, but they won't venture with you away from like the canyon, right, or the valley.
I think unless there's a plan B that involves a lot more brute force, I don't think this is working, Bjorn. They're not buying it.
But what do you think? Do they need motivation?
I think that the motivation might just scare them out of the canyon, but I mean, it's pigs. I mean, I don't think they're gonna come willingly. Let's put it like that.
At least not as it is right now, right?
Can we all hear this and see what's going on, or?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Nongo will gallop down on his chicken and ride next to...
Monster! The piglets kind of flee and hide behind the...
No. This is more... We are herds of our own. This is one of our friends. He is safe.
Like, the piglets peek out.
Nibbles will gently offer one of the piglets a stone.
That's not food, that's a stone. The piglet smacks Nibbles across the face.
Nibbles is sad.
To better.
Noggle will go up to Torgen. Perhaps I could convince one of them? Can they understand us?
I'll say if you spend 2 sorcery points, I'll let everybody be under the influence of this speak with animal spell.
Sure, we've come this far. Sure, I'll kind of extend the spell.
Better integrate with this group. I currently have this guy's like used the arm of many faces. Currently in the pig outfit with a black blue suit, red bow tie, like this blue jacket. Well, Torgen, have you done something to integrate us into this community? Can we get safer here through the jungle?
Oh, great wise mothers of pigs! We humbly come before you at an adventuring party, seeking glory and death. Please be our mounts so we can ride through the jungle and slay our enemies.
No. We're very go ahead and give me a persuasion roll.
I'd like to read thoughts on the princesses whose turn it is today.
This is so dumb. This is not okay.
This
is the end.
This is 100% worth the spell slots.
I should say this, Bjorn. Please describe to me how the whole like Bjorn is many things, but he's also like integrated with the world in a way that makes him a hero, right? You have the ability of the abilities of a zealot to kind of bolster your allies with courage and motivation, right? So please describe to me how Bjorn actually convinces this pack of pigs to be your friends.
think that being simple in some way of adventure and pushing yourself and becoming something and someone who is important. It's so evident on him that he wants to be something special, and some people just find that exciting.
All the small pigs
Some
kind of
pigs too.
burst into a roar. Rawr, yes! Yes, we shall ride into the glory and we shall spread our ideology to all the other types of animals in this forest. They shall all be a
Yes.
part of our anarcho-socialist commune.
Yes.
And they begin to chant, bear, pig, bear, pig, bear, pig.
Oh
And
no!
lamb.
Inglorious bastards, much.
You took it too hard when I said to replace the leader. Wow.
Bjorn, you can go ahead and I guess you're now the patriarch of a flock of anarcho-socialist pigs.
This is perfect.
You're muted, Alex. What
Of
is-
course he is.
Of course.
Of course he is.
It's
It's D&D.
Take a moment
going to tell you right
breathe
away.
in the air. A new
You can-
wind is coming, throwing through these vines. We shall set this whole goddamn place aflame and ride. We shall ride.
You look at these pigs. I'll say a pig is big enough to carry any of you if you want to. But I just checked up. A pig's walking speed is 30 feet, so they're not going to be any quicker than you guys.
I have the knowledge of the jungle. The
Yeah,
foot of
I'll
the
say
pig.
you get advantage on survival checks for the next day as they help you until you are
Oh, can
away
we-
from what they know.
Can we grab some
That's-
truffles?
Yeah, definitely. I'll help
That's
you.
what I've been. The entire time I've just been hunting for truffles instead. It's like
I was just digging around.
I have no bread to break with pigs.
I will say, Bjorn, this spell only lasts for like 10 minutes, so if you want to rile them up anymore before we move on, now's the time. We don't
Oh,
have-
the pact has been forged. Allegiances has been made. Loyalty is forever.
What is your name, oh great leader?
Oh me, I am part of you as you are part of me. We are one. A legion of pigs.
Oh, what
We
is your
are
name?
big.
What is your name?
They call me the white pig of the north.
Oh, right there. All right. Hello, my name is Persephone. This is Helen, and this over here is Calypso. And these are our children.
Yes.
Persephone,
Indeed.
Helen, and Calypso.
Yeah.
I'm at a loss for words.
What are your kids' names? Come on.
Oh yes, these two here is Penelope and Phoebe, and over here you have fuck me. You have Aias the small and Aias the big, Patroclus, Achilles, and of course Agamemnon. That's all of our children.
Hearing,
Oh no, we're gonna
hearing
have the
Greek
whole
names
Battle of Troy
attributed to
happening
pigs,
here. Yeah.
Can I? Is there anything I can do to discern whether these always were pigs?
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
Just trying to. Nope. These are
Seems
pigs.
like probably pretty regular pigs, you guys.
Whilst I know about the Odyssey, Alce does not. Right. Cool. Back to truffle hunting.
Well, I shall mount you. You are the biggest one.
Oh, thank you. Helen winks
Helen.
at you.
Wow.
And,
Let's not get
Take
into
her out
pig
for dinner
porn.
first. Jesus.
No pig porn here, guys.
No. I like Anton is just hiding from the camera.
Oh god.
And
I think this is the wrong animal farm.
Oh no.
the rest of you shall
This is not the
be
I'll say
giving.
I'll say Ayas the big is probably larger than his mother actually.
Ayas the large.
That is the largest. Yeah, Ayas the large, and Ayas the small is the smallest of the bunch, right?
Well, mount up, pigmen. Have you gathered enough?
I guess you technically have four pigs that are
mushrooms.
mountable if you want to. Go ahead and give me a survival check, all of you who wants to gather truffles.
Sure, I'll give it a go.
22.
16 for Nongle.
19 for Torben.
Natural 1.
You should find a bunch of
Guys.
rocks.
Well, look at this. This is a very beautiful mushroom. As I pick up one of the rocks and bite into it.
Nibbles tries to steal the rock from you. Mine?
I throw it
Mine?
at him.
Mine? He fetches it. Nongle's like, ah! He gets dragged off.
Is Nibble still huge as well because of the saddle?
Yes.
I was gonna
yeah.
say, can we all understand?
He's the size of a
Nibbles
riding
now?
horse.
We all
Yeah, right now you
speak
can.
with animals. We can actually
Right
understand
now you
Nibbles.
can.
Oh
Rock.
no! Nibbles
Rock.
Nibbles still goes bark bark. Like he can't. He's too dumb.
What is
He's
all right? So
and he's not an animal. He's a familiar. So technically,
So
he's,
I'll
technically he's
say-
a celestial. So speak with animals wouldn't work on him.
I'll say you get. I'll say you managed to get like 10 pounds of truffles. It's a pretty big haul, right?
Oh, nice.
So party sheet, whoever one of you wants to, you can write down 10 pounds of truffles.
I will do that.
Is anyone, and I'm going to give you this for free, is anyone going to explain to the pigs what happens when the spell runs out?
No.
Yeah, I think after, being in shock for a little bit at what the hell just happened, I'll also walk up to Bjorn and, kind of get that point across and help relay that. Even if we are great allies of pig kind, this communication will only last for so long, but trust that he will protect you.
Right, I mean, if we want to speak with you again, small two-leg.
Actually, what was that thing you did back at the farm where you made an animal talk? Was that you that did that, Bjorn?
Yes.
Is that magic? You also possess magic? Can you do that to these pigs as well?
Yes, I could.
Well,
I'd
I
rather
think,
not, but I could. Maybe it's actually better. Okay, we'll cross that bridge when we burn it.
Right, if I jump up and down at you, it means we want to communicate with you. Yes?
Yes.
All right, to battle!
To battle!
We shall burn the Imperialists!
None of these pigs will survive the journey. And I
Right.
can't walk off.
These pigs are dinner in a few days. That's what this.
I'm going to add
just keeping them
the pig
fresh.
into your folder, Bjorn. And you can go ahead and... you can go ahead and... yeah, we'll figure that out. I'm going to make a bunch of duplicates and you can name them.
Oh, I think Tanner, you wrote all of the names down, right?
Yeah. Persephone,
Yes, please.
Helen, Calypso.
Send the list to Jonas.
Yes, please make sure to write down all the names and get attached to them.
Persephone, Ayas the small, Ayas the big, Achilles, and mother pigs are Calypso, Helen, and what was the fellow again? Like it was Calypso, Helen, and
Helen and Calypso.
Persephone, yeah.
Persephone.
Nice.
When it was Persephone, was one of the small ones, I thought.
Persephone,
No, that was
Helen,
Penelope.
and
Penelope,
Calypso.
Penelope, yeah, Penelope.
They're all going to die, guys. Every single one of them.
Yep.
I mean, at least we have bacon.
Those are the adults. And then we have...
How many do we have in total? Why I'm fucking spinning my time with this. There's people looking at me online while I'm giving you
3, 6,
pig
7.
sheets.
We have 10 pig sheets.
2, 3, 4,
Oh,
5,
apparently
6,
when
7,
I type
8,
in the chat, I come up as the Nomad Levitor.
9,
I don't know how that's managed, but okay, alright.
And just because we have it selected, I think. I don't know. Never mind. All right,
That's fine.
there we go. You have 10 pick sheets. Have fun, Jonas.
But what was I don't know how to spell Greek names. Patricius?
Patroclus. Patroclus. Petro.
Patrocl.
I'm just gonna
US.
misspell them and call it a day. Achilles.
I'm sure the pigs will be greatly offended if you write their names down wrong.
All right, so you giddy up.
There we go. Those are all the pigs' names.
And you remember to also change the token names, Bjorn. You're going to have a lot of fun.
You now have homework. Congratulations.
This is a small revenge I can enact upon you. As we go on here, I'm going to as you go on, one of the pigs kind of gives you some directions before you go on. So, Torgen, you can make a survival check with advantage as you continue on the second leg of your journey. I guess you take like a break and eat some food and stuff like that. Right?
Yeah, well, I guess this is like during the last few minutes of the speak with animal. Like just trying my best to write down notes of like, can you explain this jungle a little bit better? These directions are a bit hard to follow, and I will try to.
Halfway through the conversation, oink, oink, oink.
Yeah, the spell just runs out.
That's it.
So 24.
24. That's nice. All right. So, Theus, were you on perception? Yeah. And I'll just go ahead and give me your cartographer's roll, and now give me nature.
14.
14. All right.
27. For
Go ahead and note down that you have one failure. Oust.
Yeah, right.
In your cartography here. As you continue on, go ahead, Torgen, go ahead and roll me a 1d12. Go ahead and reroll that because you just had number 12.
Oh,
More pigs!
More pigs!
hey, more pigs! The empire grows!
As you get out of the valley and you kind of there's more hilly kind of terrain, and what you see kind of a like a big tree, like one of these, like there's a bunch of normal size rainforest trees everywhere, and then you have these large kind of towering big redwoods almost like that just goes up for several hundred feet in the air, and you see that this one is cracked. And like with your pretty able survival skills, you see that a long time ago something kind of definitely crashed into that tree. A long time ago. This is not something that happened now, but you can see it like a tree that was struck by lightning 100 years ago, right?
Does it look like something, like, can I tell at all the angle of which it crashed? Like, was it something big, that ran into it from the ground, or something like crashed from the sky, or anything like that?
Go ahead and give me a perception or survival.
Let's make it perception. 28.
It's hard to see because it's like we're talking about, a tree that has like regrown and kind of the plants have healed, but you can see that something crashed into it from the sky, and now it's probably within the jungle somewhere around that tree.
Yeah, I'll kind of relay this to everyone as we're walking through the jungle. There's a lot of strange sights in this place, I must say. Do we have the luxury of having more of a look around, or how busy are we?
What time of day is it currently?
It's after it's early afternoon right now, like 1
Early
p.m.
afternoon. So it's the hottest part of the day, so it wouldn't do any harm for us to stop.
No, you
now.
have been walking actually for a while, so I'd say it's probably more like 4 or 5 p.m.
Okay.
It's like you usually stop for rest at around 6-7 p.m. right? To get that 30-mile travel in.
Yeah. We could stop for a couple of hours
15,
and go a couple of hours later. Then, I mean, considering we can't take long rests particularly well anyway, if everybody's okay with that, or we could carry on going and see if we can see any other kind of corresponding impacts on the on the assumption that it's broken to pieces on the way on entry, if it was something like that.
I think it might at least be worth having a look around. If we're not in too much of a rush, I say we do it.
Sure.
So, what do you guys do?
I think we're going to have a brief sort of 30-min max, just kind of scout around the surrounding area, just see what we can see if anybody wants to try to climb up the tree, see if they can kind of see the impact point within the tree, which we might not get from like ground level.
You can start going up to it. Like that would probably help you first of all, right?
If we're gonna be setting camp up here, we should do a perimeter as well, right?
Yeah, it's not like a solid camp, but just one that's just like for a short, like a breather basically.
But yeah, sure.
So we can probably carry on for a couple more hours, I think.
Torben will make his way up to the tree proper. And,
Yeah, I will follow.
Have a closer look.
So, Torgen and Oust, do the rest of you stay behind with the pigs, or what are you guys doing?
I'll head up with them as well.
Theus and Bjorn?
Piggy, come you a good pig. Let me scratch your back.
So you're just staying behind, is what I'm hearing.
I'm staying with Bjorn.
I'm saying there's roughly like 1,000 feet walk to the foot of the tree. So in case something happens, you will be far away. Just you would know this. You are experienced adventurers, right?
Just a warning.
No, we haven't rolled the dice yet, right? So
I'm naming pigs.
all right, go ahead. Yeah. As you walk up, how are you approaching stealthily or just regularly through the jungle?
I think
Stealthily.
I would try stealthily, especially after the run-in with the wildlife.
Knowing my lack of stealthiness, I will maintain a distance from Torgen so as to try and give him as much benefit from his own stealth as possible without me clanking around behind him.
All right, go ahead and give me stealth rolls then. All three of you.
Mine's a 7 because it's a disadvantage.
And mine is 30 because I have advantage.
Fucking Torgen disappears. Go ahead. I'll say Oust. Go ahead and give me just roll a 1d8, please.
Sure. 7.
All right. You make your way up through the side of the hill as you arrive like to what looks like a clearing. Like as you get up to the next hill ridge, you see a it looks like something that actually go ahead and no, let me tell you what it looks like, and then you can make your own. So it's like it looks like a big construction of some kind, but it has turned over and kind of crashed into the ground. It seems like a lot of pieces are missing, and only really the metal parts and stone parts are really remaining. So there's like big holes. It looks incomplete right now, but a lot of overgrowth has kind of gone across it and kind of included it in this as a bunch of trees and other kinds of flora has kind of just taken over this place. It looks like right now it looks like a hill with a bunch of flowers growing on it, which was a boat once. I think that's the easiest way to tell you. You're pretty far inland, yeah.
Yeah. Does the vessel or whatever type it is, does it have does it share attributes with the architecture that we've seen in the various ruins, in terms of sort of almost like arcane concrete with sort of metal rebar running through it, or does it look like it's of a different origin?
Are you asking me if it's of Kangundi origin or?
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a history roll.
Sure.
With disadvantage.
17.
Sorry. As you look at it from here, it's hard to see, right?
Okay.
You need to get closer and actually, maybe remove some of the vines and the flowers there to be completely sure.
Nongal will run up, and I will dump my chalice onto the branches there, and use the necrotic energy to get rid of some of the vines or whatnot. And then I would like to make a history check.
All right.
So
Both of you are basically now next to the hill. All right, and
I would also
Torben,
follow along.
yeah, but you are ninja hidden right now, so no one knows where Torben is.
because this is archaeology based, that would be a +5 to that, so 35.
Okay. This is something you've seen a lot of, Nonkel, studying. This is as you come in, like you see like a metal beam, basically, or the main kind of hull part of the ship. I failed to remember what it's called. Kind of it's made of metal with like kind of rocks who bears very, very faint kind of remains of engravings of magical runes. This is the remains of an airship of old Skywrath.
Well, I'll relay that information. It's an airship. Well, it was an airship.
Well,
Well,
hell,
no,
what
this is
sense on a
probably-
ship?
This is probably 2.5 millennia old, which would explain why the wood parts are gone and why it's completely overgrown, right?
And that dating of that, does that line up with the fall of that area?
Yeah, 2.5 millennia ago. So it's at least that old, right?
And just to be clear, is this like a full remain? Like, is it like the skeleton of a hull of a ship, or is it like a piece of a ship?
Imagine if you take like a steampunk airship and you take away all the parts that will eventually decay from just, being in contact with nature, right?
It's a frame at this point, basically,
Yeah.
rather than so there's no
Yeah.
paneling on it. It's all, literally
Yeah,
skeleton.
and the metal is corroded. Some of it is not because it's clearly like enchanted, right? Some of the rocks has been, ground down and misformed, and roots have been growing in between like the cracks in it, but it's like the rough shape holds still, right?
Shall we take a closer look, see if we can get inside what's left of it, Mr. Nongle?
Just a moment. Nong will start ritually casting Detect Magic.
Good job.
Yeah,
Also,
the frame is
I'm-
definitely enchanted.
I'm still
Like,
here, by the way, and I poked my head out of a bush,
Oh,
like
Jesus.
hiding. Right, sorry. I thought I should let myself know.
Beautiful. The frame has still have faint kind of transfiguration and abjuration marks on it, right?
Okay.
Of the same kind that much more powerful kind and some magic you don't really know. But remind you of the things that you have on the skiff on the levitator, right?
Okay.
Inside, go ahead and give me a nature check.
Nature 24.
You begin also to see where you removed some of the exterior foliage. You see kind of red, smoky, almost tendrils beginning slowly to rise out of this, of the holes and the breaks. They have a magical signature, but there's no school. This is something that.
It's like natural magic, right?
Yeah, something that has come into being after this ship has crashed into it, maybe being in contact for thousands of years with this enchanted hull, right?
How far is it
Or
away?
frame. Right now, probably a couple of centimeters from your face.
Oh, well, I'm gonna make sure it's not so close. Back up.
All of a sudden, you see Nongle backing up.
There's...
You are as close, right?
Okay. At the moment I see him backing up, I immediately also back up and cast Armor Bagger for myself.
Right. Go ahead and cast that, and I'm going to ask both of you to give me a con save with advantage because you went away, right?
25. Wow, I'm rolling on fire today.
There you go.
Okay. My my thingy is this
Go ahead, Oust. Actually, you can go ahead and add 5 as well. That's double advantage.
To a con save, yep.
Yeah.
So
24.
that's 24.
That's
Thank
good.
God for the advantage.
You see, like as Nongle, like how does it look when Nongle casts detect magic?
Well, I sit in my book for a little bit and trace my fingers around runes, and then Nongle's eyes just have this like backlighting of magic as he stares into the area.
So as you see Nongle's like eyes light up, and after a few seconds, him like bolting back again, you see as you take a step back, you also see some of these red tendrils kind of getting into contact with like the green dust around you. And looks like they have a small kind of like the green particles around you clearly helps you with this kind of these particles or whatever it is.
The moment we move out of the way, does it sort of recede again, or is it just a case of it, or is it still kind of moving towards us? Sorry.
It's very slow, and it seems like these particles are seeping out into the immediate area around the hole there.
Could you perhaps get a sample lost so we can see what this is?
Yes. I will pull out, because she's not had much use recently, my shovel, Shirley. And I will just kind of sort of scrape up some with the very tip of it, and like try and move it towards. I'm hoping that Nongle has some kind of receptacle that we can kind of dump this in, maybe a glass vial or something.
Yeah, I'll cast Mage Hand and help him load the shovel or whatever, and then
As he casts Mage Hand, I immediately think I could have done that.
Yeah.
Sort of start tipping it in for the hand.
Do I have a receptacle?
So, what are you doing?
Yeah, sure. I guess I would have a potion bottle or something, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
If not, I have alchemist supplies. There's probably something in that we could use.
Yeah, you'll definitely have some vials.
Yeah. Well.
So are you using Mage Hand? What are you doing?
We're
Or
gonna-
are you getting the shovel out?
He's gonna take the shovel, and then I'm gonna Mage Hand stuff into the shovel, so he's not so.
So
Close
these are
to
like
it.
dusty kind of tendrils of particles in the air, right?
Oh, I'll just take the Mage Hand and float the vial around and collect some,
All right, sure.
and then I'll bring the Mage Hand over to the stopper. It'll go bloop, and then there you go.
Right, you have a sample of these. As the stopper go in, all of these particles kind of fall down into the bottom, and like you have like a small bunch of what looks like red or orange dust in a vial.
All right. Now I'm going to splash some more the water from the chalice into the onto the plants under the red.
Does it look like
tendrils.
it's all emanating from one specific spot as well? This red stuff. Like it seems to be focused somewhere. Is it a case of it's sort of everywhere, but just underneath?
So where Nongle kind of splashed,
It's a 20-foot cone, so I'm going to get as much as
Yeah.
I can in that cone, right?
where he did, then afterwards, after a little time, it started seeping out, right?
Right. Okay.
So I should do this now, Nongle. You see like a bunch of the go ahead, yeah, 17 damage. Yeah, I'll say that a bunch of the flora kind of rots away in an instant as the vial kind of sickly magical energy splashes on the floor, and you see. Go ahead and give me a luck roll. This sounds like a luck roll. If you roll 10 or less, you're going to have a puffball effect.
A 4.
Yeah, so I'm going to say, first of all, Torgen, how far are you standing away from this? I'll say both Oust and Noggle are within range right now.
I would say that Torben would be close enough to investigate the stonework, but he would probably be a little bit off to the sides, kind of like investigate on his own. So, I mean, you tell me if this thing is big enough that I would be far enough away if I'm like
You
standing.
know what, go ahead and give me a luck roll, and if you roll above 10, you're fine.
All right, because I would definitely be close.
Yeah.
So, somewhat close.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you're without the splash area, but both Nongle and Oust go ahead and give me a con save. Oust, you have advantage.
25.
15.
Nongo, you get a big kind of gulp of these things, and you can feel how you like begin to hallucinate a little bit. Like the colors get kind of runny and everything becomes weird, but you kind of manage to like shake it off. Oust,
I'm tripping balls.
you are tripping balls, and fuck, man, you want to get inside of that place. That seems like a cool place to be, inside of that boat thing.
Well, I mean, Nongle just cleared the way, so literally what I was going to do anyway was going to run in where he's cleared the way.
Are we
So I was
going
gonna
in?
have a look.
Looks like we're going in.
I was
Does
gonna
this truly-
ask, does it seem like, he is his movement still natural, or does it seem like he's suddenly like jerked towards moving at it, like, or does it just seem like, okay, time to investigate?
I'll say go ahead and give me an insight roll.
Because I'm just curious how obvious this is. Nope.
Yeah, Oust is always weird, right? He's an elf, so you guess.
I guess we're
Understand.
going inside. then.
Understand.
Are you just following him? Like, Oust, as you come in, like the remaining roots kind of in your way, you kind of clear them out, and you see Dongle and Torin. You see like this red kind of misty tendrils kind of begin to like spread even quicker out from this area.
Are
Yeah.
you sure that's safe to? I'm sure he knows what he's doing. I'll follow along.
Yeah. I'll keep
Alright.
I'll keep Nibbles outside for guard.
Oust, you make your way inside. This is dark, man. It's like, and you see all of these mushrooms everywhere. And go ahead and you give me a perception roll with disadvantage, Oust.
18.
It's almost like these mushrooms, like they're covering the frame, and they all like kind of red and orange in kind of trippy patterns. And it seems like the mycelia kind of goes underneath these mushrooms and all the way down to the helm, or what used to be the helm of this ship. And it kind of begins to go downwards, down into the ground. And fuck, man, you just want to get down there. This seems like a super interesting, comfortable place. There's nothing in the world you want more than this.
Yeah, this is groovy. I'm going to keep going.
I will kind of just elbow an uncle as we're entering though, and be like, could you contact the other two, or are we just gonna investigate this on our own?
I'll fire a message back to Theus. We found an abandoned airship. There's some strange plant life in it. Austin's decided to go investigate, and we're right behind him. We'll send Nibbles if there's an issue.
All right, as both of you follow Oust, go ahead and give me a con save.
20.
We are in darkness, right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah. So the advantage, 17.
Why did it go down?
That's weird.
Torgen, you get to feel the same way. You just really want to get to the bottom of this hole and figure out what is making everything smell so good.
Am I noticing
Colors kind of.
a difference with these guys now? Or
Go ahead and give me an insight roll.
Can I still talk, by the way, or is
15.
it, am I just?
Yeah, you can still talk, but you are very you're tripping out. Yeah, something is off with these people, and you're coughing and hacking these kind of things up. You can feel this is not just getting like the bong out, right? This is something else. Go ahead and give me a nature roll with disadvantage, Nongo.
disadvantage? 15.
Probably some kind of mushrooms.
All right, I'll send a message back to the. First of all, it'd be like,
You're getting woozy as well, Nongo. Like, so.
okay, how far are we to the center of the ship then, or to where I think
Couple
we're
of-
going?
Couple of rounds.
Couple of rounds. I'll send a message back to Theus. We might need some help. It looks like there's the mycelium
Yes,
in here.
Jordan is
has some-
1,000 feet away.
Oh, they're 1,000 feet away. All right, so
Yeah.
I can't message them. I will tell Nibbles to go and get them.
All right. Nibbles begin to go ahead. So are you continuing in, Nongle?
I am going to. I'm gonna mask my face up,
All right.
and then I'm going to say, "Torgen, you should probably wear something over your face," and I'll give him a shake. See if he.
It's fine. It's fine. I think that.
Go ahead and give me a con save with disadvantage, Torgen, please.
with disadvantage, so that just cancels.
Yeah, and Alcion, go ahead and give me a con save with just a straight up one.
12.
So canceling out, it's 24.
Yeah, you, Alcion, you're just walking down the hall here. Torgen, like as you're getting shaked, you cough up a bunch of spores, and you are like your mind is a bit clearer now. You don't have the urge to go down to the bottom of the ship.
I kind of just stand there like a little bit, confused and dazed. I think maybe going in there is not the best idea. Aust, I think you might want to turn around.
No, I think Aust under the effects that you were just under, and you're heading in there under your not your own acknowledgement, I assume. So we should get in there and get him quickly.
How far ahead is Aust at this point?
Oh, how far is your dark vision?
I think it's 150 feet. Yes, 150.
Yeah, you like he's at the edge of your dark vision at this point. I would say. Probably less than that. Probably like.
Which
60
means that I
feet.
couldn't see them at all by this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be able to see Aust.
But we still have like line of sight, so like he hasn't like turned the corner or anything.
No,
Go
no.
then quickly.
Yeah, we probably should get to him, and I'll also kind of like wrap a bit of cloth around my face and kind of storm after Aust.
All right. You storm up to Oust. You wrap a bunch of cloth across your face. Are you going outside, Noggle? What are you doing?
No, I'm following.
All right. As you follow in, you kind of
And
make your way
I'll
through.
get
Go
Nibbles,
ahead.
I'll get Nibbles to go, and as soon as he hits Bjorn and Thea's, just start blah blah blah, and then like start running back. So
Go
Just-
ahead, both of you. Yeah.
Just to confirm, am I considered charmed at the moment?
Yeah. I'll say it's not a
compulsion,
magical
right?
charm effect, but it's like you're under. I will say this is a disease almost.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, because I would have advantage against
Yeah.
being charmed in general. I think.
You have had advantage because of.
Oh,
the
well,
crystal
because of that.
shit.
Sorry, right, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
So you go ahead and Nongle and Torgen, go ahead and give me a con save. All of you give me a con save, but those of you who have your mouth covered, go ahead and give me with advantage.
28.
And now
25.
since you're already under the influence, it's just a straight up roll for you. All right, Oust, you see your friends catching up to you.
Hi.
Yes, I know you are.
Huh? We should go down that way. Anyway.
Can I make a medicine check and see what kind of effect he's under?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Medicine 24. Jesus, I'm on fire tonight.
Yeah, you see all of these kind of red particles kind of flying around him, almost fighting the green ones. But you see in many places they're sitting on his skin, kind of. And you see like small roots and like mycelium strands kind of slowly spreading across his face and his his body, his clothes, right? So slowly he's getting eaten by this kind of mushroom particle.
Huh. Do I have here?
You're also sure that this is a disease effect,
This is a disease.
or poison. I would also consider it being poisoned.
Okay. Well, I don't have lesser restoration, unfortunately, but I do have greater restoration, should the need arise. I'm gonna give Ost a big slap across the face and say, "Snap out of it!" And I'll start, like, if I can, like, start removing some of the red dust. Or red
Go ahead.
spores.
Go ahead, Austin. Give me another straight up con save.
6. Also, I've got Armor of Agathis on, so if he does strike me with a melee attack, just...
Yeah, that's correct. Go ahead and give me
God
just
damn
an
it.
unarmed strike.
Unarmed
That's right.
strike? Yeah.
Yeah.
2.
You take
Yeah.
2.
Or wait, technically that'd be 7.
Yeah, your strike kind of bounces off his armor, right?
Okay.
As Oust is being woozy.
Now, seeing as I detect magic up, are these mycelium? Are they definitely magical in a sense, or?
Yeah, these are the nature magical kind of thing, right?
Okay. All right. Cool.
All right. You're getting the feeling that the longer you stand in here, the bigger the likelihood are that you will get under the influence as well of this, right?
I would like to, as we get closer to ours, kind of, seeing Nongle trying to substance him and nothing happening, I'll walk up to him and kind of, I think instead of walking around, perhaps we should speed this up a little bit, right? I'll get us to the center of this place quickly. Just take my hands.
I'll say, go ahead and give me a persuasion roll.
I am lying. I will just say.
Oh, so deception roll then. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not intending to bring him closer. 4.
Almost there. It's fine.
And I think Oust keeps going then.
Yeah.
I'll keep
Alf is just
following.
walking through the ship, vibing.
All the colors begin to kind of mesh into one another, and you begin to see kind of happy faces, like people you've kind of partied with in the past, like, the kind of people that became your best friends and like during the evening.
This
You
is,
can kind of
this is interesting. Ost is quite stoned right now.
Yes.
All right, everyone, give me a con save again. You guys, yeah. You have Torgen and Nongle, you still have advantage because of the face covering. But I'm going to say that not next roll, but the roll after, your mouth coverings are going to lose its effect.
Okay.
So, and as you can see, like at least Torgen's and yours, like kind of begins to fill up with these spores.
Can I light a?
Go ahead and give me a perception roll, one of you.
My passive is
Including me,
22.
or?
No, not you. Like you. Yeah. Let's see what the others hear.
Perception 21. Passive of 22.
You
Because I'm observant. Yes.
you hear in the end of the ship. You hear something that sounds almost like a bubbling growl of some kind. It's really weird sound. Like if a tree could sound angry or hungry.
Cool. I'll relay that to Torgen. Seems to be some sort of angry plant-like substance that's over there. I'm gonna light a torch. So I'll just pull one of my torches out of the bag, and then I'll tap it with prestidigitation and light it up.
All right.
Does it affect the spores at all?
I'm going to drag all of you out here on the board, and I'm going to ask you to roll initiative.
Ooh.
I'm going to start the combat encounter here.
Now, how long is it going to take for Nibbles to reach the rest of the party?
There's 1,000 foot there, 1,000 foot back, right?
Yeah,
Nibbles
that's
got a movement of
Yeah,
that.
but he's
At least 6 minutes.
He's got 120 foot movement speed, right? Because he's
Oh,
gonna be
120.
dash- Yeah, well, he's got 60 regular because he's a riding horse, right?
I'll
And then
say-
it
yeah, I'll
doubles
say-
to
He
120.
can't dash like just no, like he can't dash for like 2 minutes straight. Like dashing is not usually like taken for like continuous sprints.
I'll
It's like
say
in
we haven't
combat
been
dash.
doing combat rounds. Like you've been walking and stopping and kind of. So I'll say at this point, as we you take up the torch and you see all of the spores around you kind of quickly kind of becoming inflamed, kind of flashing in like orange red light where around the head of the torch, and you hear like a slow low groan and kind of scream from many mouths. It sounds like down further below. And you hear, Aust, you hear a beautiful like siren song almost.
That's nice.
Like your high school crush kind of be like, hey Aust, hey, are you at this party, man? Come on, let's take a beer.
What the fuck? Let's get a beer, bro. That's great.
Goodness me. I'll just keep walking.
And Aust goes down. All right. Meanwhile, Bjorn, what are you doing with the pigs at this point?
You are a good little piggy. I will scratch your ear and your belly. I will scratch your nose. Oh, you don't like the nose. Okay. The ear. That was good.
And what is Theus doing?
I'm using player supplies to write the names on each pig. I'm helping Bjorn like recognize them.
Very cool.
So this is yes, the pig. All right. Oh yeah, I'm still in pig. All right. Yeah, I'm still pig. So this is Ayas and this is Phoebe and this is chicken running very fast coming here. Oh, it's the horse chicken of Noggle. Oh, horse chicken. What nibbles?
What happens?
Oh,
What does Nibbles
fall
do?
down the well.
No, what does Nibbles do at this point?
He'll run up to Bjorn because he likes Bjorn a little bit more, and he'll just go behind Bjorn and start nudging Bjorn towards where we went to, and then nudge, nudge.
Oh no, Timmy fell down the well.
Yes, Timmy fell down the well. Exactly.
This is obviously a sign of the other guys leaping or falling down a well. Theus, we must go.
Okay, let's come on my broom. Wait a second, you're very heavy.
I'll run.
Well, Nibbles will let Bjorn mount him.
Okay, I will go on my broom.
It's gonna look pretty silly, but you could ride my chocobo anytime.
Let's get going.
Is that the legendary white pig riding a chicken?
Just before we leave, I'll make sure that Theus is flying just the second before I go. Then I reach into my bag, pick up the crown, and crown one of the pigs before I spread
Which
it
one of them is it?
It's Persephone's the queen today, isn't she?
the biggest one.
Persephone is
Who's the queen?
The biggest one
He
is
is the large.
Persephone is the I'm going to correct the name here. That Persephone is like the queen of the pigs, right? Or the one. Actually, she is the executive officer of these 2 days.
Yes, that one.
Well, hello. Oh, thank you. Oh,
Then I ride off. Keep safe.
Where are you
keep
going?
it secret.
Where are you going? Hello. No. All right.
You cannot understand her. She's like oinking.
No. She's wearing the headband of intellect,
Oh,
which in Cerenar also is a circle of awakening, I guess. So.
Something like that.
okay.
Magnificent.
All right. We'll stay here. Please be safe. you fire off. Meanwhile, in the bottoms of this old ship here, as the fire begins kind of popping some of these small spores, you hear this screech from down further on. As you're stumbling through the darkness, like your eyes of the roomkeeper growing green, smoky eyes coming up. As you come down, what you see is a trail of pillows and like beautiful wall paintings and like bottles of wine, and then like cradled in what looks like almost like a round kind of a pleasure den. You see your high school crush lying there, silk dress draped across a beautiful form, with with 2 beers in her hand. Come sit down.
I think I actually have a name somewhere on one of the Google Docs. Oh, don't mind if I do. Thank you very much. Well, there's something here, isn't it? There we go.
The two,
Just sit down.
the Torgen and Nongo. Do you follow Aust as he's like half stumbles, half jogs into this cave here?
I want to see what I see in my torchlight and see how the spores react to the flame.
They don't go near the open flame. Because it kills them, right?
Okay, sounds good. So I will.
But you like right now? Aust has like rounded a corner and is out of sight for you.
Okay, well, I'll run to him and say, Torgid, light a torch, and I'll wave the torch around, try to fend off any of the spores that I can.
I don't really do lights, but I'll follow along.
As you kind of round the corner, where Aust saw pillows and wall paintings and beautiful things, what you see is mushrooms becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you see like long kind of tendrils of these like red kind of magically enhanced mushrooms like hanging down from the walls. You see like a carnivorous plant. You have the one with like the fly trap, but you also have the big ones with the honey in it that just digests flies that land in it. Like these kind of big, like a blistering kind of almost bowls or drums filled with some kind of festering yellow liquid, and then just bones of humanoids, animals, all kinds of beings just stretched everywhere, and then a bunch of mouths, kind of flytrap like, screeching as the spores die. And this is where we'll have our break for tonight. So we'll be back in half an hour. So that will be 40 past 7 p.m. That is going to be Central European time for all of you who is something different. And we're going to get some food, and then we'll be back to see what happens with Aust in the mouth of the weird trippy mushroom den. So thank you all for watching, and we'll be back pretty soon. Take care. Peace.